I'm asking you to identify yourself so I can let my dispatcher know who I'm out with. If you don't identify yourself, that is obstruction. You are the one that came out.
Obstruction is a secondary crime. What crime did I commit?
There's no crime.
I didn't do anything.
Listen, just all you have to do is...
I don't have my ID with me.
Okay, what's your cell phone?
That's all we asked for. For what?
Because I need to let my dispatcher know.
This female cop narrowly avoided colliding with Demetrius Kern's sleek Tesla during a traffic stop in the bustling Cleveland Heights. The situation heated up like a spicy jalapeno when the officer's supervisor swooped in and slapped handcuffs on Kern.
Stand by. It's going to be on Mayfield across from the first access road. Send me another unit because another party does not know how to yield to lights and sirens, and he's sitting here reporting me. Say they almost ran him off the road.
You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm Officer Lewis with Cleveland Heights. The reason I'm for the traffic stop is the plates on the vehicle are expired. It's not even a big deal. Do you know that guy behind me in the Porsche?
I was trying to hurry up and move over.
You're good. No, you're good. You did the right thing. I'm put my lights out and sirens. He did not move over.
In this electrifying moment, Demetrius approached the female officer with annoyance bubbling like a simmering pot of soup. Her recent actions had him seething. He whipped out his phone to record the interaction, prompting the officer to promptly apologize and assure Demetrius that she was well aware of her blunder.
And I'll give you the plate to the other vehicle that's out with the confrontation. I apologize.
You almost ran me off the road.
I initiated my lights and sirens.
I didn't hear anything.
What, was your music on? Because I had the lights and sirens on, sir.
Yes, sir. You apologize.
I apologize.
You're wrong.
He stopped abruptly. Okay, I'm not wrong. The lights and sirens were activated.
You ran me off the road.
I did not do that, sir. The lights and sirens on my marked patrol because he stopped abruptly, causing me to stop abruptly, causing you to stop abruptly.
Right.
And I apologize for that. However, the lights and sirens were on. Okay, the police vehicle is marked. You can clearly see it's a marked patrol vehicle. I initiated lights and sirens. I'm not going to argue, and I'm telling you I do. I'm going to tell you I do apologize that he did stop abruptly. Nobody was wrong.
I'm going to tell you the disconnect, right? So between the public and you as a public servant.
You want to read this up, driver check, okay?
If it's something wrong and you actually did it, all you say, my bad.
And I did. I just said,
keep going.
I said my bad. I said I activated I initiated a traffic stop in a marked vehicle with lights and sirens.
Right.
If you didn't hear the sirens or see the lights,
I mean, you called back up for your safety.
Well, I called back up because somebody is getting out of a cop car.
A sergeant, seemingly teleported to the scene, began threatening Demetrius without knowing a single detail of the incident. Having a comprehensive understanding of crime circumstances allows our boys in blue to make more informed and precise decisions about whom to arrest or ticket. Knowledge is power, after all.
You called back up for your safety, but...
Well, you don't pull up behind an officer on a traffic stop.
You don't even know what's going on.
You're right, I don't.
So why are you saying that?
Because I'm here, and what you're doing right now is against the law.
You ran me off the road.
Okay, well then you should have pulled over for lights and sirens. She said it on the radio that you didn't yield, and it's on dash cam, I'm assuming.
This the disconnect, man.
Sir,
I'll tell you what. Let her finish her business, and then we can sit down and talk.
We're good. I'm gonna let him go.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What was your last name?
My last name?
Yeah.
Why do you need my last name?
Because I'm asking who I'm talking to. You asked me who you were talking to.
You're not going to be under arrest because what you're doing is illegal.
Listen.
What you're doing is illegal. I can charge you for interfering.
Just give me your last name.
Why?
Because I'm conducting business with you right now.
If you want to be.
10-4. That's not going to be the driver.
What's your RS?
Stand by.
What's your reasonable articulable suspicion of my crime?
I'm going to get rid of him.
Hold on. I'll explain it to you, okay? Doing what you're doing right now?
No, sir. She almost ran me off the road.
Okay. Again, you didn't yield to lights and siren. You came out.
She was next to me and stopped and almost ran me off the road. What are you talking about?
Okay, listen to me. You asked my reasonable articulable suspicion. It's not a probable cause.
If you arrest me, you violate my rights.
I don't want to arrest you. We have to ID you.
You're going to violate my rights. That's what you're going to do?
We have to ID you. You understand that? Yes, we do.
All right, I'm a videotape it.
Okay, we got you on camera too.
I'm gonna call. They can come get the car. You're violating my rights.
Who's getting what car?
They can come. You're gonna arrest me,
another
right?
car here. I got a male who's obstructing.
No, I'm not.
And he's refusing to identify himself. So I'll take a report on it, but I need your ID. Yeah.
I'm dealing with her.
Fun fact. Individuals aren't legally obligated to show identification to law enforcement officers unless they're suspected of having committed a crime. In situations where a police officer's own faux pas, like nearly causing a collision, results in an encounter with a citizen, the concept of reasonable suspicion usually doesn't apply. After all, the officer's slip-up doesn't suggest criminal activity on the citizen's part.
Talk to me. Just do me a a favor. All I'm asking you,
I'm a private citizen.
just take your hands out of your pocket while we're talking,
Right.
okay? I called for backup, all right?
Yeah.
I initiated a traffic stop. I understand you and I and that gentleman, we all just saw what happened, okay?
Right.
I'm calling for another person because I'm dealing with one person who I don't know who I'm dealing with. And you get out, listen, sir, let me speak. Let me explain to you. I call for another person because I have a man getting out of a car walking towards me. You know how society is. I know how society is. Now listen, I'm asking you to identify yourself so I can let my dispatcher know who I'm out with. If you don't identify yourself, that is obstruction. You are the one that came out.
Obstruction is a secondary crime. What crime did I commit?
There's no crime, but I'm identifying you. Okay.
Thank you.
I need your driver license.
Look, man, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to arrest you if you don't identify yourself.
She just said it was no crime.
It is
Listen.
a crime. Obstructing is a
What?
crime.
Obstructing is a crime.
Identify yourself, guys.
She almost ran me off the road.
And then I still have to identify you.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna call it into the car. You can arrest me.
Okay, turn around. Put that gun back.
Because I didn't do anything.
Okay, turn around.
I didn't do anything.
Listen, just all you have to do
I
is
don't have my ID with me.
Okay, what's your cell?
That's all we asked for.
For what?
Because I need to let my dispatcher.
Handcuffed and threatened with the loss of his freedom for refusing to identify himself, Demetrius ultimately divulged his name, all while expressing his concerns about his rights being trampled. Despite the female officer acknowledging her fault, Demetrius was still treated like a potential criminal. Talk about adding insult to injury.
Asking, sir.
Kern, man.
Kern?
You know what happened. Why are you letting him do
Listen,
this?
he's the sergeant.
He's violating my rights.
He is not. He
Come here, have a
didn't
seat. We're going to give you a
identify
ticket when we
yourself.
send you on your way. You have valid driver's license?
Yeah, I do. You violate my rights, man.
Yeah, well, you're getting a ticket for interfering with the traffic.
How did I interfere? She almost ran me off the fucking road.
And you could have pulled off and waited and called.
I did wait when she said wait.
You were out here talking to her. Have a seat.
Mr. Kern, just
Don't push me, man.
Have a seat.
Why are you so full of machismo, man?
Dude, have a seat. I'm not putting up with your bullshit, okay? Have a seat.
What's wrong with you, man?
Have a
I'm
seat.
sitting down.
All the way in.
if he
He's going
checks,
for obstructing. Or he's getting a
you're
ticket for
gonna.
obstructing. Is he valid?
I don't know. I'm waiting for the radio to say. What? So this is what happened. That vehicle matched the description of the vehicle from yesterday.
Okay.
I saw it. I initiated a traffic stop.
Okay.
That person, instead of like pulling over, he stopped abruptly.
Okay.
And I'm getting behind him, but he stopped abruptly.
Okay.
This guy was very close to him,
Okay.
and we did. We almost did get into an accident
Okay.
because that driver stopped so
have your lights
abruptly.
on?
I did. Yes.
The female officer, who knowingly failed to report or address her fellow officer's misconduct, might face legal consequences for her own complicity, such as charges of conspiracy or obstruction of justice. Sometimes even the law must face the law.
It's a ticket for there's no ifs, ands, or buts about this.
Okay.
He's getting a ticket for
Radio A1, if you need to read back on that, yes, I have
to an emergency vehicle.
Yes, radio, I do. That's why I provided
it. It
it.
was to a Demetrius Raphael Kern. It's a 37-year-old male. He's valid. That's one.
So he gets a ticket, and then he can come to the fight.
Listen, I don't feel like I need to give him a ticket for that. I'm
Well,
cool with
then he
just.
goes for obstructing.
Okay,
He's
I
gonna
mean,
get
I'm
for
cool with
obstructing.
letting him go.
Like,
He just,
can't.
I didn't
He
understand.
can't. He's in handcuffs.
And he's being
He
a jerk.
obstructed. He obstructed. He refused to identify himself. I'm not going to sit out here
Okay.
and argue with somebody for an hour the legalities of it. You can come to court.
Okay.
So he gets a ticket for obstructing failure to identify himself.
You guys got a
Mr.
lawsuit
Kern,
coming.
just hang on. Just
You got a
have
lawsuit coming.
Listen, let me explain to you. You don't get out of the car yet. The sergeant wants me to give you a ticket for obstruction, okay? I'm not going to do anything else. Listen, he's the boss. He is the boss.
I don't have to refuse if I didn't commit a crime. This isn't a stop and ID state.
At this point, it is a traffic stop because you're
You
out on a
almost ran me
traffic
off
stop.
the road.
Mr.
You
Kern,
know
we
it.
just had that conversation. I did not almost run you off the road.
That Tesla has cameras in it. So
Okay.
you guys are going to pay for it.
Lo and behold, the female officer was caught lying, a veritable act of perjury. She had willingly apologized and admitted her fault upon meeting Demetrius, but now she was caught in her web of lies, claiming she didn't nearly run him off the road. Oh, how the plot thickens.
And only good cop on the force.
I'm not trying to be a bad cop. I was literally not trying to even have any of this happen, and I did apologize.
You apologize, but you're following his directives.
He's a sergeant.
Yeah,
sir.
but still, like you swore oath to the Constitution.
Right.
And you know what's right and wrong. And sometimes you gotta stand up to people.
Listen,
No.
when asked for your information, you
I
have
didn't
to
commit a
identify
crime.
yourself. At this point, we're on a traffic stop together
But you
now.
still have to
A traffic stop is not a crime.
And I asked him, am I being detained? And
Okay.
nobody answered that.
Listen,
So I did I covered all my bases.
all the stuff's going to be typed in the report.
If I
all
was
right?
being detained, I had no choice but to give you my ID. That's why I specifically asked.
Yeah.
Am I being detained?
Well, at that point,
And
it's
if
a
I'm
traffic stop.
But still, if I'm being detained, you should tell me. And if I'm not being detained,
Yeah.
I'm free to go. And
Right.
in a situation,
Well,
I
right
have-
now, you're free to go.
yeah. So
All right? I hope that you feel better, and I'm sorry that all of this had to happen this way.
you didn't do nothing.
Well, we did. We got into a little accident, almost a middle
You
accident.
did your job.
And I apologize.
Things happen in life. He came. He violated my rights.
Well, we're going to work through it, all right? I don't think he violated your rights. He wanted you to identify yourself, and you didn't. All right?
You know you swore oath.
Say again.
You swore oath.
I did. I did.
That's all I'm gonna say.
All right, Mr. Kern.
Thank you.
I hope that you feel better, all
I'm
right?
going to the hospital.
All right. You going to go to Metro?
I'm going right there.
Yes, sir.
In the thrilling conclusion, Demetrius Kern's obstruction charges were dropped 11 days after his encounter with the Cleveland Heights police. Kern has since initiated a GoFundMe to cover the costs of taking legal action against the department. If you're curious, there will be a link in the description.